doen die volgende 5 jaar.
Ja.
En die volgende 5 jaar wil ons baie graag hierdie land gesond maak. Die dorpe van die land gesond maak.
Ja.
Klein begin, want ons weet nie die pad vorentoe nie. Ons het een klein voetspoor in George, wat ons baie dankbaar is, want dit werk reeds.
Maar I love George.
Reeds.
I love Philippolis. I love.
Exactly.
I just love.
Presies, want dis die idee.
Ja.
Dit gaan oor, soos jy sê, wanneer dan liefde is, there's no judgment.
No.
Wanneer dan liefde is, there's no color.
True.
Wanneer dan liefde is, ek bedoel, it's a universal language.
Ja.
Almal praat hom. Jy weet, en ek wil nou maar die skrif gebruik, jy weet, ek's 'n predikant wat sê, die liefde verdra alles.
Ja.
Die liefde reken die kwaad nie toe nie. Nou, jy weet, om op daardie plek te kom waar ons dit verstaan, is dit presies wat ons bedoel.
Want is liefde met 'n hoofletter, né?
Ja, liefde met 'n hoofletter. Ja.
Liefde is lewe. Liefde is om te gee, oor te gee, meer te gee is wat jy neem. En dan daarin lê die joy.
Fantasties, ja.
So van die godsdiens gepraat. Ek moet seker praat van apostel Jannie.
Ag, jy weet, ek is gemaklik. Ek is gemaklik.
En
Ek is gemaklik met Jannie.
As ek kon voortgaan, so sal dit fantasties wees. Dis lekker om te weet almal in die Suid-Kaap kyk na ons vanaand en kan hierdie storie vertel. Maar wat vir my nou as 'n CEO baie interessant is om te dink, hoe gaan ons hierdie voetspoor, hoe kan ons hom oordra na die ander kant die berg toe, ergens in 'n distrik, ergens in 'n dorp.
Ja.
Hoe doen ons dit? Waar begin ons?
Ja. Ek dink Bromilda het die sleutelwoord gebruik. Wanneer jy in elke dorp met die totale idee kan gaan dat jy wil liefde vestig. Jy wil liefde bewys. Jy wil liefde gee en sy die woord gebruik. Jy gee altyd meer as wat jy van jouself het. En ek dink die model wat ons in George gebruik het juis gegaan oor hoe kan ons die organisasies wat alreeds betrokke is. Onthou daar's mense wat in gemeenskappe werk lang voor COVID-19.
Natuurlik.
Ja. Okay. Die probleem was net is dat elkeen het dit in sy eie hoekie gedoen en daarom hou ek nie van die lied in baie van ons gesangboeke wat sê jy in jou klein hoekie en ek in myne. Ek haat hy, om eerlik te wees, ek haat hy lied.
Want ek nie in die gesprek. Jy hou nie daarvan nie.
Ek hou nie daarvan nie. Want verstaan jy, die ding is wanneer jy dit koöperatief doen. Ek gee jou 'n simpel voorbeeld en die mense in George weet wat ek sê. Ons het 'n klein informele settlement. 'n kilometer van my huis af. Daar bly 403 huisgesinne. Daar werk elke dag ten minste 20 verskillende organisasies. Maar hulle werk apart.
Op hulle eie.
Daar is geen bewys van 'n impak in daai gemeenskap. En dit is hoe ek besef het. Luister, wanneer ons dit saam doen, het ons impak. Want dan mag 'n munisipaliteit aan jou luister. En dis ook wat ek glo dat ons dit reg gekry het om nou as 'n kerkgemeenskap met een stem te praat. Ons praat nie nou van 'n gemeente, ons praat nou van die kerk. En wanneer ons sê die kerk, beteken dit dis die koöperatiewe geloofsgemeenskap.
Aha. Mag ek 'n vraagie vra? As ek nou 'n bydrae wil lewer, gaan ek na jou webwerf toe? Love George? Wat doen ek as 'n leek en ek hoor jou boodskap en ek sê ek wil betrokke raak en ek wil geldjies gee. Wat doen ek?
Ons het 'n webwerf, Love George, lovegeorge.co.za.
Ja, Suid-Afrika.
En daar sal jy details kry van wat ons doen.
Wonderlik.
Jy sal ook daar kan sien die programme wat ons aanbied. En weet jy die interessante ding, Bromilda, wat uit hierdie verhouding uitgekom het, is dat ewe skielik ontmoet jy met mense wat in 'n gemeenskap werk wat jy nog nooit ontmoet het en hulle werk al met 'n sopkombuis vir 20 jaar.
Jo.
En ewe skielik kom jy agter dat maar hierdie mense het hulp nodig. En ons was in 'n bevoordeelde posisie dat ons kon vir die mense wat dan gesukkel het vir hulle bydrae lewer.
Ek hoor jou.
En dit maak die
So daar's al klaar infrastrukture.
Exactly.
Ons gooi net saam ons ja, ons
Potjiekos.
Daar's hy, daar's
Suid-Afrika,
genoeg
ons is
vir
potjiekos mense.
Ja.
Ons is almal nou in 'n pot en ons roer dit saam en ons maak Suid-Afrika 'n beter plek.
Hey man, cheers. Dit was regtig 'n wonderlike voorreg.
Ja, dankie.
Baie dankie vir
Dit was
julle.
wonderlik
Ek
om
gaan
saam met jou
nou
te wees.
teater toe.
Ons sien jou
Ons
in die
sien
teater.
jou
Vertoning gaan nou
Ja.
begin.
Ons sien jou in die teater.
Fantasties.
Jannie, ek wou vir jou nog 'n vraag vra. Ons moet nou binne 'n week of 2 moet ons begin ergens. Waar begin 'n mens met so 'n projek wat jy landwyd na 230 streke of dorpe toe wil uitrol? Wat sê jy?
Johan, daar is modelle, okay? Elke dorp het 'n uniekheid in haarself, as ek dit so kan stel. 'n Mens moet, en ek gebruik dit net as tipe van 'n grondslagfase. Mens moet gaan kyk hoe jy met gemeenskapleiers, kerkleiers, sportleiers, hoe jy met hierdie ouens kan gaan sit en sê, wat is die bepaalde behoefte in so 'n gemeenskap? En wanneer jy dit reg gekry het, gaan aanklop by sakekamers, in jou agtergeblewe gemeenskappe, so kan is daar ook mense wat sake doen. Hulle het miskien nie 'n sakekamer, maar hulle doen alreeds werk wat in ekonomie bevorder. Of dit nou 'n vrou is wat groente verbou en verkoop, of 'n vrou wat koekies maak en dit verkoop. Dis die tipe mense in 'n gemeenskap wat jy rondom 'n ronde tafel moet bring. En vanaf daardie ronde tafel dan uitvind, hoe kan ons die bepaalde behoeftes in daai gemeenskap gesamentlik aanspreek? So om jou vraag te antwoord, dit gaan oor wie is die mense wat jy by die tafel moet kry? Hoe kan jy hulle by die tafel kry? En dan sinvol, ek wil amper sê 'n nuwe visie vir jou dorp of daai omgewing skep. Dit is vir my 'n antwoord.
Wat ek hoor jy sê is ons het 'n informele nuwe burgemeester nodig wat 'n lid is van die gemeenskap, van die sakesektor, en daai persoon gaan vir ons inlei in die teaterontwikkeling, hy gaan ons inlei in die paaie se toemaak van die gate, bekendstel in die stadsraad, kyk waar kan ons hulle tegemoet kom en waar kan ons hulle help met die hulp van die gemeenskap, en dan ook dat ons op die ouend 'n sinergie kry binne daai gemeenskap en sê nou is julle op die punt waar julle self kan vorentoe beweeg sonder die konflik wat daar in die verlede was en sonder al die lelike dinge wat in die verlede gebeur het.
Om net by jou aan te sluit. Ek dink dit was JF Kennedy wat op 'n stadium hierdie statement gemaak het. Ons moet nie vra, en ek gebruik dit nou maar in die konteks van Amerika, what can America do for me? But we must rather ask the question, what can I do for America? En ek wil dit na ons Suid-Afrikaanse bestel toe bring. Ongelukkig is 'n groot groep van ons Suid-Afrikaners se oë op die regering. Miskien mag ons dit nie op hierdie platform sê nie, maar kom ek waag dit om te sê. Ek dink ons regering is bankrot. Ons munisipaliteite is bankrot. Dit beteken 'n tyd vir gewone Suid-Afrikaners om hulle moue op te rol, te gaan kyk waar dit in sy omgewing, in sy pad waar daar's 'n pothole, hoe kan ons as gewone mense die pothole in ons straat toemaak as om te wag vir die volgende begroting?
Ek hoor wat jy sê. Ek dink ons wil baie klein begin as COVID and beyond met een dorpie en ons wil dit wat jy nou gesê het probeer by mekaar kry en ons het die voordeel van Foxwood TV wat vir ons gaan daardie kampioene na vore bring en met dit hoop ons om dit van een dorp na die ander, na die kampioen te beweeg en dan sê ons dis soos 'n veldbrand. Die gaan hy dwars deur Suid-Afrika.
Ja. En dis moontlik, Johan. Dis 'n moontlikheid. Ek dink klein begin, maar kom ons maak dit effektief en soos ons dit dan deurvoer wat jy in George doen, kan jy in Kleinbrak doen, kan jy in Grootbrak doen, kan jy in Mosselbaai doen, kan jy in Nysna doen en jy doen dit met die idee van love my community.
Fantasties. Ja. Ek dink ons wil graag dit vat na Mariesburg, daar in die Karoo, dan wil ons hom vat Klerksdorp toe, Potchefstroom, Al hierdie klein dorpies waar ons hoor wat daar moeilikheid is, wil ons nie deel van die moeilikheid word nie, maar deel van die oplossing.
Deel van die antwoord, ja.
Absoluut.
Deel van die antwoord. Ja, nee, ek is betrokke, ek is bly vir die rol wat ek kan speel in die bydra. En ek moet net weer eens voor ons afgaan. Regtig vir Foxwood Theater, vir Bermilda en die hele span, Pieter en vir Jan, hulle sê baie dankie vir die rol wat hulle gespeel het en dat ons vanaand, ek bedoel ek het hier vir 'n paar dae verniet kom kuier, agteroor gelê. Ek kan eintlik my boek daar geskryf het. Ja, baie dankie.
Dis wonderlik. Ons sien uit om oor 'n jare wat terugvoering te gee en te sê hoe ver ons op ons pad vir ons missie is wat ons vir onsself gestel het.
Baie dankie.
Baie dankie ook Pieter.
Baie dankie.
Dankie Pieter.
Wel, dit is nie die einde van my rol nie. Julle gaan vir my en Bromilda nou nog in 'n rol sien in die teater voordat dit nie affekteer nie.
Ja,
baie dankie daarna.
Kom ons stap hier.
Dankie.
Dankie Pieter.
Stap.
Willie, goed. Ja.
Bromilda, hier is 'n portret van jou wat vir ons so eer is om teen hierdie muur te kan hang. Want jy sal 20 jaar lank ons beskerm engel. Ons beskerm Heer, seker in die hedendaagse taal, het jy as beskerm vrou van die teater ooit besef, toe jy begin het, wat 'n bydrae jy sal lewer vir ons?
Nee Pieter, maar dit is 'n groot eer, ek moet sê.
Dit is vir ons 'n groot eer en om te dink dat jy vanaand hierby betrokke was by ons nuwe by die loodsing van 'n nuwe liefdadigheidsprogram. Die akteurs gaan deur sulke moeilike tye en jy's nie net betrokke by hulle welsyn nie, maar ook by die opleiding van akteurs. En hier is natuurlik 'n wonderlike foto van jou.
Lekker dramaties, nee.
Baie dramaties en 'n pragtige portret. En ek wil net vir jou sê, baie dankie dat jy vanaand die moeite gedoen het om hier te kan wees.
Dankie Pieter, dit is 'n voorreg. To be a guardian angel in hierdie moeilike tye. En ek kyk so na hierdie klipmure en dink ek, hier is saadjies geplant wat gegroei en geblom het. Ek dink ook Karlien van Jaarsveld het hierdie draai gegooi en Matthys Boshoff, die regisseur vandag van Ralph de Beer. So ja, baie mense het sukses behaal danksy julle en hierdie teater en Foxwood op sigself, wat vir my so baie beteken het. Ek dink my handjies is hier in sement vir ewig en altyd. En Jan het 'n boom geplant vir mamma. Ek het my Bromilda roos geplant vir Christine Basson en dan het ons 'n lekker lunch geëet onder die bome in hierdie paradys, mooi plek. Ja, viva en halleluja en bravo en saluut Foxwood fees.
Baie dankie Bromilda. Baie dankie.
It's August, and the wind blows. It blows and blows the sand from the mine dumps, scattering it over the hills of the West Rand to the top of the hill where we live. The black polished front veranda is lightly covered by the golden sand, and my footprints follow me through the front door, past Mother's collection of milk jugs in a display cabinet, into the darkness of the house, the passageway, where all the spirits wander, the young, the old, and even the dead. And now? What now? Is my life receding like the dying chords of a broken-hearted waltz? I hear the droning sound of my car engine. not my car engine. The droning sound of the dialysis machine. I hear voices, people. Doctors, they talk of cancer. I can hear Professor Haffajee. He's talking to Sister MacLeod, the woman with the blue eyes. I think he's slipping away now, very fast. Call the family. He's going into a very deep coma. A deep coma. Although I can hear every word spoken, I don't want to hear any more of their talk. I can hear the August winds howling and howling around the corners of the hospital. Is this how it feels to be swept away into eternity, swept along with the August winds? Please, Professor Haffajee, Sister MacLeod, say no more. I have to get out of here before it's too late. It is the engine of my car. I hear. I'm on my way to Cape Town. The Graafreinet route. The Karoo land. I've just passed Aberdeen and now I'm on my way to Willowmore. About 3.5 hours, 4 hours and I'll be in Cape Town. Ah, what a evolving landscape. Faded yellows and browns and greys, a tint of green. No, not green. It's not green. Blue and smoky blue. And there over the farthest hills, a sun dance. The sun is playing hide and seek with me. It peeks over that hill and then over that far hill. And look at that. Look how the sun is sliding so lazily down that blue mountainside. Moments in eternity, and my secrets scattered over this barren landscape. My name is Jan. My mother calls me Jana. I'm 13 years, 7 months and 7 days old. Father died when I was 7 years, 7 months and 7 days old. It was a Thursday afternoon at dusk, April, autumn. Father was buried on Monday morning, 11 o'clock in the West Park Cemetery. And the people around the grave sang, "Uit dieptes gans verloren, een redding ver vandaan, waar hoop sy laaste spoor." Mother was 31 years old when Father died. My mother loves meetings. She's on many councils. She's the chairlady of the Women's Institute, and she's also the chairlady of the Women's Agricultural Union, and she plays tennis at the Van der Hoeven Park. And she says she's a good tennis player because she has ball sense. And now I'm living with my uncle and aunt here in Cape Town. My uncle wants to make a man out of me, but I play rugby. I am the captain of the A team, the under 14 A team, and there are many teams, A, B, C. There's 7 teams, and I am the captain of the A team. But rugby is not really my thing. I don't know why I play rugby. I don't have ball sense, and ball sense cannot be inherited. But I kick all right. But if that bloody ball is in my hand, I run like hell and I score a try because I'm fast. I'm a sprinter. I'm the fastest under 14 in the school for the 100 yards and the 220 yards. I'm also the fastest in the province. And I am also the fastest in the country for the 100 yards and the 220 yards. Going to church is not really my thing, but sometimes I skip school and then I take the train from Rondebosch Station to Cape Town Station. I love flowers. I go to the flower market and I smell the lilies and the carnations. I smell the roses, and the poppies smell like nothing. And then I walk further up Adderley Street, past the Grote Kerk on my left hand, and then turn right in Vaal Street, and left again. And I walk through the gardens at Parliament, watching the squirrels munching acorns so greedily. And then I go and sit in the St. George's Cathedral, looking at the sunlight shining through the colors of the stained glass window. And colorful sun is touching baby Jesus and Mother Mary so slightly. I'm 14 years, 7 months and 7 days old. It's early spring, and it's an extraordinary, joyful day. I'm sitting under the old oak tree in the Rondebosch garden, and the noble tree is elated because he's celebrating his newly born oak leaves. Suddenly, I can hear the oak tree. Young man, I know about the minutes, the moments that still reverberate through your being even now. And I can see your inner landscape remains dusky and indistinct, where dark shadows drift noisily past. Oh, no. Life is just too precious. The noble tree gave me a kaleidoscope, and my life became a wondrous adventure. My uncle and aunt are respectable people. Mother says Doug Gerbrand is madly ambitious. Matilda's different. She approaches life with a good common sense, and a sense of humor keeps her going. Otherwise, she'd never keep her head above water. Doug Gerbrand just asks too much, and she knows too much. But she is the jewel in his crown, and like a dancing couple, they move through life, left to right and right to left, straight towards a very important person, powerful person. They are cocktail people. They are the pioneers of working the room. They are zoning in on their target in style and masterfully. They also have impeccable taste, especially Doug Gerbrand has an eye for a piece of furniture, and usually an antique, and he knows exactly where to place it. and he knows his fabrics too. Curtains and upholstery, and he loves dressing Matilda in the most exquisite fabrics. They also collected many artworks through the years. Maggie Loubser, Irma Stern, Walter Batters, and even Pierneef, and other paintings hang in their antique filled rooms and make a statement. And over the mantelpiece hangs Johannes Meintjes, and O'Gerbrand loves this painting, the big dark eyes of a young man look out at him with a longing invitation. My uncle and aunt are also very influential people. And as you can expect, they also have influential friends. Mr. and Mr. Plum are an example. Mr. Plum is a British citizen, and he's thought to be a billionaire. Plum Tree Pty Limited is world-renowned. His homestead in Bishop's Court in Cape Town is on 14 hectares, and in front of his Victorian villa flies the Union Jack. In London, he stays from time to time in his luxurious abode on Eaton Square, and 28 miles outside of London is the family estate Plum Tree that has been in the family for centuries. And then there's the Pendennis Castle, a luxurious liner, passenger liner, that plays a huge role in the lives of the Plums. They sail between Cape Town and Southampton at least 2 to 3 times a year. Mr. Plum is a man in his late 60s or early 70s. I'm not alone in my bed. In the morning, not young any longer. Thursday. I'm 13 years, 7 months, and 7 days old today. This day taunts me. A hideous clown with yellow eyes like the rising sun, dressed in a costume of blue velvet like the box that had the gold Mont Blanc inside. On the way to the school, my legs feel heavy. My brain feels muddy. The images of the night and endlessly repeating hell. My mind is on fire and my soul is crumbling. God is hiding in that green and blue folds of Table Mountain. At the school I hang my head in shame, and the mountain towers in judgment over me. And Hercules greets me at the gate, and he talks excitedly about the rugby season, the past rugby season, athletics training that is just about to begin, the latest in spikes and blocks. And I hear the mountain warning echoing, shouting from it. Remember, you're not long anymore. You're not young any longer. I look at the mountain, at the folds, the mountain folds, the green, the blue mountain folds. The folds look like mother's embroidery. And the school and the mountain rush at me. And the mountain covers her eternity with a white tablecloth. so confused. Close to Willowmore. No, not Willowmore. Dialysis. I hear voices clearly. Every word spoken. It's fine with me. Let me be swept away into eternity, swept along with the August winds. My life was a wondrous adventure. And now, to be swept along into eternity will be a magical experience. Please, Lord, please, God, give me a few more minutes to complete this chapter. Please. Father, I was 7 years, 7 months and 7 days old when Father died. And then I was 14 years, 7 months and 7 days old when I received the kaleidoscope. And then today I'm 70 years old and 7 months and 7 days. Thank you, God. Thank you. I must be now close to Willowmore. Close to Willowmore. No, I'm not close to Willowmore. I'm on the back of a very strong dove. He spreads his wings and flies higher and higher, and far below the earth revolves like a lost soul. I journey through the echoing sounds of time past. What a wonderful revelation. I now no longer see a puzzle through a looking glass, but rather the true reflection of who I am. I understand now, not partially any longer, but fully. But just before I completely understand and grasp this new understanding, the dove dives towards earth. And I look at my shiny John Drake shoes. And the dove spreads his wings and flies away. And I look at the mountain. And in front of my eyes, the mountain is crinkling in front of me. And I see a green crag and a blue crag. God is no longer there. God is no longer there. Just the crinkling mountain.
I kick my blocks in the Cape Earth. I slam it and I hit it, and I slam it and I hit it. And Hercules said, Jan, what is going on with you? Your blocks won't move any longer. Everybody's waiting for you. And I hear the bellowing voice of Mr. Erasmus. On your marks. I sink onto my blocks. Get set. And the shot propels me over the 100 yards. I walk home. I turn right in Riebeek Street. I stop in my tracks. In front of number 11 is
The Rolls Royce parked. I retreat backwards, and then I turn around north into the interior, on the road to Europe, and then on to London. But how will I survive in London? The street, the houses lining the street heading northwards are big and imposing, and dogs bark in the backyard. And London is far, very far, and I probably get hungry and tired and thirsty, and where will I sleep? And how many days a night to London through dark Africa? But Monday morning at the assembly, the priest said, if you have the belief of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Everything is possible if you believe. Maybe I must believe, perhaps it's true. Just keep on walking, just keep on walking. But my blocks are heavy, and my satchel not much lighter. But perhaps I should just drop my blocks here. I'll never use it again, never. A blue dove flies past, and I wonder if it's not the same dove that almost took me to the answer. I slowly turn around south, towards the mountain, towards the sea, south. The decision is made. Nothing will change my mind, nothing. Mr. Plum, I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to reckon with you. I hold my blocks tightly in my left hand and my satchel on my right hand, retracing my steps, eyes straight ahead, unblinking. My whole body quivers with suspense, my whole repressed being. I turn right in Ribiak Street. The silver shadow is parked in front of number 11, and 42 yards further, Mr. Plum comes into sight. I feel nausea rises. I drop my blocks and my satchel. The Rolls Royce is disappearing around the corner. My fucking education trust is as a murder. I pick up my vomit-covered blocks and my trust, education, and I keep on walking to number 11. Matilda is pacing the front room, the sitting room, her face drawn, nervous and distraught. Oh, Jan, your blocks, talk to me, Jan. What happened to you? Please talk to me. Listen, Mr. Plum came here just after 2 o'clock, and he said he forgot something upstairs, and he went upstairs to the room, and he was there for 15, 20 minutes, I can't even remember, and he came down, and he was like a jack in a box, and he asked me to pour him a whiskey, and I poured him a whiskey, 2 or 3, a double whiskey, and then he went to the window, and where's the boy? Where's the boy? Oh my God, Jan. And then I knew exactly what happened. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Over the mantel, the young man with the dark eyes looked out at me with so much sympathy. Don't! My revenge is going to be huge! Friday morning. Today, I'm 13 years, 7 months and 9 days old. And I know exactly what to do. My strategy has been minutely tuned. It's not going to be an ordinary school day, no. But with my school uniform and with my satchel that contains a very important device, I take the train from Runabout Station to Cape Town Station. I walk up Adderley Street, past the flower market, past the Grote Kerk. At the end of Adderley Street, I turn right in Vaal Street, past the gardens, past the St. George's Cathedral. The next block, I turn right. 3 blocks further, I stand in front of the Plum Tree building. My courage wants to desert me, but my right foot moves forward. My body follows, posing fire. After a couple of questions from the doorman, I take the lift to the 23rd floor. The secretary, who reminds me of Miss Moneypenny in the James Bond movies, explains it's out of the question to see Mr. Plum without an appointment, my boy. I walk past her to Mr. Plum's office and open the door and walk in. Miss Moneypenny behind me. I put my satchel on his desk. Mr. Plum looks surprised to see me. Sir, it's out of the question. He just barged in here. I cannot believe this. He just barged in here. I've never seen something like that. Don't be concerned at all. I know this young man, a very gifted young athlete, and I'm planning a scholarship for him. But sir, he might have some manners. Yeah, naughty. And his beady eyes blink excitedly in my direction. Miss Moneypenny walks out briskly and closes the door behind her. Oh, my boy! You've made my day. I know you would have come. I know that. Oh, my boy, I have to admit. I do love you. You brought meaning and verve into my monotonous life. And Wednesday night was one of the greatest nights of my life. Your body so close to me in every way. Yes, I saw you when you came in. You put your satchel on my desk and very surreptitiously you opened it. You wanted to show me the gold Mont Blanc pen that you are writing with. Yes, sir, the best money can buy. I forgot to lock the door. He locks the door, and when his expression changes, crumpling with lust as he moves closer. My eyes freeze, my mouth clench. Come on, my boy. Just relax into it. When I feel the wetness on my face, my mouth again, I cannot tolerate it any longer, and I pushed him away hard, and he stumbles and lands on a couch. His eyes frightened. Sir, what you did to me was horrible. You're a immoral and smutty and indecent old man, sir. Sir. And soon I'll be rich. Almost as rich as you are. What are you talking about, rich? How? Sir, this is my savings account at the post office. I wrote it neatly and in big and with my best handwriting so that there can be no mistake. Is that clear, sir? What must I do with this? Easy enough, sir. Before 3 o'clock today, you must deposit £1 million in that account. He struggles to get up, but falls back on the couch, his face red, bright red. His mouth opens and closes. No word emerges. He struggles again and gets it right this time. Have you any idea? Have you any idea? Oh, you stupid boy. Have you any idea what is £1 million? Sir, have you any idea what you've done to me, sir? I'm 13 years old and you can be jailed for this. My boy! I thought you liked it. You wanted it. No, sir. How can I like it? It's horrible. You demolished my youth, my thoughts. Ah, my boy, don't have this attitude. What about a scholarship? And I know your mother struggles financially and I can help. I grab my satchel from his table and I walk to the door and unlock it. You stupid boy! What are you thinking? It's your word against my word. This is what it is. Nobody will believe you. Nobody. Everybody knows you're kind of trash. The time now is upon me. I unzip my satchel and pull it out. This, sir, is the best tape recorder that money can buy. His eyes wants to pop out of his head. Give it to me! Give it to me! I swing open the door. 3 o'clock deadline. I run past Moneypenny and jerk open the door behind her. Corridor stairs. I hear him shouting, "Call security! Call security!" I jump 2-3 steps at a time, and now I can hear from above the clatter of footsteps towards me. I increase my footsteps. Then I hear from below more footsteps rising towards me. Jan, focus, 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 focus. Next floor, corridor, door right, fire escape. I found myself in a backyard with rubbish bins. I can see Table Mountain, the other side of the wall. The tape recorder feels uncomfortably dangerous in my satchel. There's a high gate, iron gate. I think of the possibility of jumping over the gate, but it's just too high. I feel panicking. I hear the clinking of metal and keys. And in the far corner of the courtyard, a metal door springs open. And 5, 6, 7 security men spring out of the doorway and closing in on me. Hey! There that is, that stupid child. Catch him! I roer, vang hom! Vang hom! A tall man with red hair grabs my shoulders. You little bastard! His hands drills painfully in my shoulders. Where is that fucking tape recorder? No, this is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. My head speeds ahead. My brain speeds ahead. I lift my right knee like I jump out of my blocks, and I hit him where I planned to hit him. His grip loosens and he howls with pain, and with great speed I run up the fire escape and jerk open the door. Corridor, one open door. Guru Kali, tailor for men. Guru sits at his sewing machine, back to the door. Radio next to him. The radio plays What a Wonderful World of Sam Cooke. I creep in and crawl under the sewing table. Seconds later, I hear footsteps in the corridor. Two of them stick their heads in. Hey, Chara! Did you see a schoolboy with a school uniform? Huh? Did you? Don't call me names. I don't call you names. Fuck out of my space, you stupid Afrikaans piece of shit. I sit under that table for another song. And then I crawl out under the table and tiptoe to the door. The corridor, quiet, left to the end of the corridor. 2 floors down to the parking basement. It's quiet there now too. I run out of the basement and 2 security men spot me. It's easy to shake them off. I run and I run and I run into one of the side doors of the St. George's Cathedral, and I kneel at the pulpit. Mother Mary provides the answer. I don't know what I must do now. I stretch and I put the tape recorder behind her back and the wall. She and baby Jesus smile at me. They smile at me. And then I hear clack Clack, clack, as the tape recorder drops deeply and safely behind her back, and the old wall, stone wall. I'm seriously relieved now. Outside, I hear the 12 o'clock cannon from Signal Hill. Down the road is a telephone booth, and I make a call, and I'm put through immediately. Sir, it's Jan. I just want to tell you, sir, you mustn't forget about the money, the £1 million. Huh? Perhaps you have deposited it already, sir, but don't forget about it, sir. And sir, just one thing more. I just want to tell you the tape recorder is safe, sir, with baby Jesus and Mother Mary. And another thing, sir, I want to tell you as well is God works in mysterious ways, sir. Opposite the street is Stanford's. I'm hungry. If I had money now, I'll go to the tea room on the second floor and have a piece of cake like Matilda and I sometimes do. But I don't have any more money. I've just spent the last sticky on that telephone call and a return ticket back to Ronnebosch station. Oh, no. I hear the wail of sirens coming around the corner from up Adderley Street. Men mounted on motorbikes with blue uniforms speed past, followed by a black Cadillac, and I recognize the Prime Minister, Mr. J.G. Stradum, and his wife in the back of the car. So relieved. Time ticks by so slowly. This afternoon, I take a stroll down to the harbour. The Penina's castle looks so welcoming as I stand on the quay, and I smile at the Union Jack waving from a flagpole. The Grote Kerk clock strikes 3 o'clock, and the post office doors are wide open to this spring day. Somebody's birthday in the post office, because I can hear happy birthday being sung somewhere at the back. A young girl appears. She looks impatiently at me. I push my savings account book over the counter. I just want to know if my money is being paid in. £1 million. Her eyes flicker from excitement. Yes, just wait. Just wait. Mr. De Lange, the millionaire is here. It's a kid, sir. Mr. De Lange appears the other side of the counter. A square man wearing a toupee. The whole mob tilts to the right. He looks me up and down, ups and down. So you are the so-called millionaire. So-called millionaire. Sure. I smell a dead rat. In the 30 years I've been working here at the post office, this is the first time that £1 million has been wired through to this post office. Sure, let me explain. Before this money can be paid over in your account, your father or your mother or perhaps your guardian must be here to sign. Sure, and wait The police also, they must sign a sworn affidavit before the money can be paid over. Phew, but I'm smelling a dead rat who would like to give you £1 million. No money will be paid out today. I stretch and I take my savings account book. But what I know now, that I'm indeed a millionaire. I am a millionaire. And what I also know is that Mr. Plum anticipated that this will happen at the post office. A new strategy is needed. And when I arrive at Ronnebosch, I know exactly what to do. Minutely calculated. The steps I'll take. It's like a melody in my head, and a small burst of joy explodes in me and skipping out of me, up, a sunbeam. I turn right in Riebeek Street, and in front of number 11, the Rolls Royce is parked. No, not into the interior. No. My right foot begins to move. I follow. I stand next to the silver shadow. I sink onto my blocks. I'm not going to come second today. Today I'm going to break a world record. I turn the brass handle and open the door. I can hear an exciting buzz from the dining room. I walk through the foyer and through the big doors into the dining room. I walk like an athlete that's going to receive a trophy. I'm not the slightest bit scared anymore. I walk straight up, like a very trained athlete. They're looking up. Miss Plum, Matilda, and Doe. They stare at me. Doe rises. Jan, what on earth possesses you? Have you lost your mind? Do you know? Have you any idea what you've done? Do you know what is your future? A reformatory somewhere in Transvaal. There's one in Plum. No, there's not one. Somewhere in Transvaal. There's one in Pretoria, I think, and then there's one in Bloem. Now I don't know Bloemfontein, but in Springfontein, where there was a concentration camp. Mr. Plum gets up. Listen, Doe and Matilda, this boy should be admitted. He is a very sick boy. You are not going to get away with this. Come, Jan, come, let me explain to you. What you have done is criminal. It's called extortion, and you can be jailed for extortion. Excuse me, talking about jail. Jail? Boy, don't cross me, boy. Just don't cross me. You're not going to get away with this. Jan, for your own sake, and for your school career, and for your athletics career, the money must be paid back, Jan. I, as your guardian, will handle it. You don't have to do anything. Mr. Plum and I will handle it. And listen very carefully. Mr. Plum, made a wonderful offer. He, listen very carefully, he's prepared to send you to the best athletic trainer in South Africa. Huh? And wait a bit, more is coming. He will import the best spikes from Germany. And also, he will also blocks import from Germany. Yes, Mr. Erasmus is the best athletic trainer that you can get, and my spikes is good enough, and blocks are blocks. You unthankful, stupid boy! Stupid boy! You'll never ever getting away with this, never! Sir, I want to thank you very much for £1 million, and I will always be thankful for a good start in life, very good start in life, and this boy is a sick boy. You're not getting away with this. You'll never get away with this. No. If you don't want to sign for me, then I'll get my mother to sign, and I'm sure she will sign. This boy should be admitted. He's a sick boy. He must be, and I will pay for it. I demand it. That's right, sir. Perhaps I should be admitted in a reformatory. It's right, sir. I agree with you. And sir, perhaps the tape will be very helpful for the people there to treat me. They stare at me. They stare at me. Mr. Plum, Matilda, and Gerbrand. Noble tree smiles at me. I no longer see a puzzle through a looking glass, rather the true reflection of who I am. I understand now, not partially any longer, but fully. Thank you, God.